So today we're gonna, so this isn't my first look at this game. I played it a little bit, a few different times through on my own. I've been watching, what's all this stuff? Oh, okay. I've been watching Good play it, and then I also played it some myself, some late nights, sort of getting the feel of it. And so then now we're gonna dive into a new play. I'm gonna start over. Now that I understand a little bit more about some different parts of the game, to hopefully actually do well. I've had some problems where my guys kind of start dying off, so hopefully we won't run into that. Let's go and hop into the game. So it generates the world. The idea is that your guys have landed, crashed into an asteroid. When you first start out, you get 3 people that are part of your team. So we have an architect, a pretty high level. We can also shuffle these out, but I might just keep them just to try and keep the randomization with it. They have different skill points that come with it, and then they have different positives and negatives. So this one is an early riser. Make sure I'm not blocking anything good. So then they do better in the morning. This one has to go to the bathroom more often. This one is more creative, decorative. I don't know exactly. I haven't really done the decorative stuff very much, so I don't know why that's useful, but I'm sure that's probably important. And then also this one can't cook. This one learns quickly, so is better at researching, things like that. And then this one, he also will get sick. Can't stop this discipline from getting sick. Okay, so I guess you can give them better vitamins and they don't get as sick. So this one will get sick more often. I might rename some of these at some point for people in chat. If you're interested, I can rename you to one of them if they're not already claimed. And then I'll go ahead and name the colony. So this is going to be a basket case. I'm not blocking it. Good. Okay. Let's embark. And I was trying to figure exactly where to put the UI to not block everything. So this one, there's going to be some words on the bottom of the different icons down below, but that's all that you're really missing. So not too much, not too bad. So you start out and you don't have a lot of oxygen. If you look, so right now I'm regular speed, which is okay. This rock here actually naturally emits oxygen, but it'll eventually run out. And then there's some other stuff around here. So algae is going to be important for converting into oxygen using machines. But these are our different guys. Hello, John. Welcome. Let me know if you want to be renamed. If you want this person to be renamed to you, let me know. I can do that. Let's go ahead and chop down. So we can just tell these guys to. There's different buttons down here. Oh, I guess you can see some of the words for some of the stuff. Not the bottom ones here. But these have different labels on them. So G, I just know is the shortcut to tell the guys to dig. So you can dig this direction. So the guys will run over there and start digging. Clearing out some land. Because we're going to want to build a base. So I usually just do kind of a floor here. Or clear out a section. And then we can do base. So here's the different tiles. So you can increase your floor. So I've already played this game a little bit. I guess a bunch of hours. So more than a little bit maybe, but oh, and I didn't want to build this one. I don't want to get rid of that. Alright. And then also they have different jobs they can do. So if you look at jobs, this is an important thing I learned is so these different people do so this one does art really well. So I actually don't want anybody else to do art. So if anybody new that comes in won't do art. This one does research really well, but the other ones don't. So I'm actually going to deselect that. So any new ones that come in, plus the ones that are already there, won't do art. If I have anybody that comes in that's really good at certain skills, because over time you'll get more people, then I will go ahead and assign them accordingly. But for now, we're just kind of clearing out some space. We will need some algae. Hopefully we have some algae. Yeah, we have some algae going. I will want to mine up some more, probably. So I might actually mine down here. Well, let's see. How do I do this? Let's cancel that job. So this is regular oxygen. Okay. And then there's different plants up here. I guess we might keep... Let's make a ladder coming down here. Let's say right here. So we can build a ladder that comes down this direction. And then that'll link all the way up to this water. So we can access this water when we need to. And then we can start building our base. This is our main sort of air shaft that goes up. Kind of thing. We're getting some different seeds along the way. Eventually we'll need copper. Or some other resources to build these different buildings. We don't have any copper yet. All sandstone, dirt. Okay, here's copper up here. So once we dig up here, I can start mining up some of this copper ore. But we'll go and mine out this stuff. I will probably, yeah, I'll change these to be tile next to it. And then I'll probably put, I've been kind of dividing things up quite a bit. The puka. Careful, basket, I don't think this game comes with oxygen. Yes, it does not. Puka, if you want to be renamed to any of these dudes, let me know. Cannot join. This is a single player. I don't know if this game even has multiplayer yet. But this is just a single player game, so can't join, unfortunately. But welcome to the stream, Harry Catriel 88. Okay, so we still don't have any iron. All right, so we need to work up here and get this this copper before we can really build all the cool things. So I'm gonna just kind of dig this all out as my second floor, and in the same time I'm gonna be getting a bunch of copper, and then we'll build a floor or ceiling depending on your perspective on top of that. So they're all busy building. I don't have any. Yeah, sorry. It's a single player game. So this particular thing here provides oxygen. So we can actually change to different maps. So this one is showing the oxygen level. So there's a bunch coming from this, and then this thing already has some oxygen. I believe that this is what's the button for that? There we go. So this is it's regular dirt. Okay, there we go. These this stuff here is providing oxygen, and then now we also just opened up this thing. So this thing has a whole bunch of oxygen in. So before we even have our different buildings built, we're pretty good on oxygen just from some of the different sources around. Eventually we'll have to take algae, throw it in a machine, and then convert it, but we're not quite to that point yet. I'm hoping that I can try and expand, but not too quickly, and not too slowly to actually survive. I've had some problems in the past with people dying. Oh, and this person wants to go to the bathroom, which I haven't built yet. That's probably a good thing to put in. I will put a little room over here eventually. Oh, I can't build them yet. Plumbing? Oh, no, I can build an house. Okay. So, so where do I want to put an outhouse? Ideally in kind of a different, separate space. But so I guess I'll put it here, and then I might build a wall later. We can change priority on stuff, so we can make this one be important. Because this person wants to go to the bathroom. So we'll try and get that built. First, they have to clear out the space and then build the thing in. Well, I can't watch on my phone. Oh, no. All right, well, take care, Puka. Sorry, it's not working on the phone. Not sure why. I don't think it's on my end. I don't know, you drop frames, so it might just be some issue, some weird issue. But they're gonna work on building in that outhouse to make this person happy. They're pretty upset. They have dirty hands, apparently. All right, so they're expanding there. Hopefully, they're building this outhouse. Let's go ahead and close that. All right, so what do we have? So right now they have access to water, which will be important later. They have oxygen just coming in from that right now. They don't have any other sources. Eventually, the outhouse will start sticking things up, so we don't really want that to be part of the main build. So what we're going to do is actually... not this piece right here. And then we're going to put in... oh, we don't have any... Once we actually have some copper, we can build a lot of things. Right now we're kind of stuck. So eventually we'll put in an airlock door, which will help reduce some of the pollution, the poop pollution coming through. Looks like they skilled up on digging, which is good. So now this person's going to the bathroom. They're happy. It's good. This person's going to work on some of those walls there, but we're not too worried about that quite yet. Up here we have vacuum and then... Oh, just vacuum. Okay, I thought there was going to be carbon dioxide in this as well. Well, it was kind of dirty looking. Sometimes there's like pockets of carbon dioxide and things like that, so you have to kind of watch out once you open up. It looks like we're okay there. Here there's chlorine water. Or is that gas or then polluted water? So there's different resources in the ground around. You have to kind of watch out for. Right now the toilet's not stinking yet, so it's okay. Now we actually have some copper, so we can build things. Okay, so I'm gonna build a power stuff on this floor. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna actually wall off, like keep the sections separate. So for now, I'm gonna leave some space next to where the Oh, I don't have any beds yet. Right. I'm gonna leave some space next to where the stairs are. And I usually build stuff in like wiring in the floor. But I guess that's a little complicated because of this. I don't want to get rid of quite yet. So maybe I'll build power down here instead. So let's also hollow out this floor. See, I'm expanding too quickly. So this might cause me problems later, but we'll go ahead and build it in anyway. And then if we build this way, we can actually we can take out a little bit of this and then be able to mine up some of these resources. Kind of keep them whole. So if we do that, then we can say we'll uproot this veggie and this veggie. And then this one we can auto-harvest. So these different plants that are kind of growing naturally in this asteroid, we can harvest them. These ones, I guess I'm not exactly sure why you can't just harvest them. You have to uproot them, but... And then here, I guess you can't really get through. Oh, and it's night, so they're sleeping, so there we go. Now they're awake. And then here, I guess there's not much oxygen. That's not what I wanted. F1. Yeah, up here there's not a lot of oxygen. Perhaps these... this might actually cause... Like, I could let oxygen up there, but it might be... Because I believe they can hop that. Yeah, okay. So that might allow more oxygen to come up here, hopefully. We'll see. But we're expanding a bunch of things all at one time. Eventually, what I want to do is get some power down here. So I'm going to leave a little bit of room by the ladder cut corridor in case I want to expand things differently down there. But we can put in a couple of these, and then once we have more copper, we can put in power. So it's basically a hamster wheel. So they kind of like run on it. It's kind of silly. But that's how power is in the beginning, is that these guys will just run laps. Looks like this thing, the first one of this sort of evaporated its stuff. So we'll have to... I'm trying to see... Okay, so these ones aren't emitting yet because they're not exposed. Interesting. So these ones are slowly running out of amount. And once it runs out, that's currently my sort of only source of oxygen. So we'll have to get power and some other stuff up and running by then. But so what I like to do is keep... So this corridor here, I kind of use to run like cabling and stuff up and down this. But I might keep it so that oxygen and stuff can flow around. Looks like down here is actually getting a little bit low. This was originally an oxygen pocket. But we sort of have used it up, and I think it rose. Oh, okay. I just noticed that this is on here. No, it's glowing. Okay, I thought it was glowing because it was telling me I could get another guy, but not quite. So now there's oxygen up here also from... This thing is now exposed. I think that it's emitting, right? Yeah. So this thing will start giving oxygen to this floor, but that'll eventually run out. It's not really a permanent source. Alright, now we have more. So we can take the battery, when they're running on those, and then we can store them in batteries. So I'll leave room for another hamster wheel. We'll do that for now. Then run some cabling underneath the floor. So once they build those, they'll build in cabling, and then when they run on that, that'll produce oxygen. Or rather, I'm sorry, they'll run on that, that'll produce power. And then once we have more raw resources, then we can actually build this thing, which will take oxygen or algae, put it in there, that creates oxygen. So hopefully that'll happen before they all can't breathe anymore. But this guy's getting more iron for us, or ore, I guess, copper ore. Okay, there we go. And now we can put in some oxygen producing things. So what we'll do is just next to this on this floor, and then somewhere on here we can destroy this later. But we kind of just want to make sure there's oxygen around. I guess we'll put it down here as well, next to the battery. And then we can run power lines to this. And then we're going to actually run this all the way over here, and I want to run the power line next to the ladder, just so it's pretty. So they're building on all these different things, and once there's power generated and stored in batteries, then it'll power this thing. So, but for now, they're just sort of... Oh, you know, I guess I completely forgot about storage. So then you can also store stuff. So for now, I will leave one spot in case I build a second oxygen generator. I don't think I'll need to. For now, I'll leave a spot just so we can put in 2 storage things. So they'll clean up the floors and everything. We'll see how that goes. But so right now we're low on power. I don't have anybody that's specifically good at running on the track. If you look at the jobs, some of them, if they're like more athletic or whatever, they, what is it, power? Yeah, this column here, they would be better at running on the wheels. But what we want to do is we can prioritize things. So generating power is fairly important. So I'm going to put that as an 8. And then also providing oxygen is important, so we're going to put that also at an 8. You have to be built first. Oh, and then this thing we have to select. Right, I forgot about that. You have to select what they're actually going to put in. For now, I'll just say put everything in there. And then eventually I might, if they start collecting like polluted stuff, I might tell them to not put polluted stuff in there. But, alright. So far so good. I've told them to do too many things though. So they're a little bit slow at it. So they're working on the cabling here, it looks like. And I don't know if you have to have batteries before you can get this thing to work at all. Or if you are running on this, if that'll directly power it. I'm not sure. We'll see, I guess. How's their oxygen? Not great here. I also don't have any beds in place yet, so when they sleep, I'm not really sure where they're going to fall asleep. Perhaps we will put in some beds up here for now. We have 3 people. And I think probably building the beds is going to be important, although this isn't an oxygen area, but let's prioritize making these beds. So that when it becomes night, which I think is potentially coming up, then they will have somewhere to sleep. Because if they fall asleep down here, then they're more likely to have problems. Like they might... It's not bad enough yet where I don't think they'll suffocate during the night, but it's possible. And then also this is done here, so let's build a floor here so that when these things disappear, they don't end up causing a big hole in the ground. Oh, they're hungry. Right. There's also hunger in the game, but you can't... We need more raw resources before we can build a food producer. Okay. They start out with some stuff. Field rations. Those run out pretty quick. Alright. So now this person is running on the little wheel. So they produce power. And then I guess that is, yeah, because I don't have these things actually hooked up yet. So that's actually directly powering this. So this is producing oxygen now. So they put in algae that they've dug up, and it produces oxygen. So that's one way where you can try and breathe. So these guys are just directly running on that. I don't think it stores any power, so it seems silly to be doing that right now. Because right now it's currently max oxygen in this area, so this isn't even running. And these guys are just running on the thing. So I'm not really sure why you're doing that. Seems like a bad choice. Whatever. I guess I can prioritize these batteries so that they will actually store the power that they're generating instead of running. I guess I did tell them that running is pretty important. Perhaps I will change that. And wait until I have batteries to actually do it. Okay, well they're going to bed. Hopefully Everything's fine up here. Good. There's oxygen still up here because these things are producing oxygen, so we're good. And then during the night, these little guys come out of the ground. They eat up stuff on the ground, but then they poop out coal. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Where having coal is nice, but then sometimes they might eat some stuff that you want to keep. So you could also attack them and kill them if you want. So that guy ate up dirt, that's fine. Oh, I guess sandstone. He ate up sandstone. That's fine. And I think maybe he eats more than one thing to poop out coal. I'm not sure when he poops out coal. Is he gonna eat coal? What is this? Oh, I guess fertilizer. You can also fast forward, but I wanted to see what this guy does. So he ate a second sandstone. I don't know. I'm guessing that he's going to burrow in at some point. Yeah, so he eats 2 resources, and then I guess towards the end of the day or something, maybe something he poops out coal. I'm not really sure.